Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcomes you to my series Learn Radiology with Dr. Anil Joshi. Today's lecture is based on the source of radiation. We are of the opinion that medical radiation or radiological units are the only source of radiation. But to give you a gross idea, we contribute to only 50% of the total radiation faced by anybody, which means that around 85% of the radiation do not come from medical sources. So from where they come? Okay, let's discuss in this lecture. Before that, disclosures. Most of the material in the lecture is our own. However, we have borrowed some illustrations from net which are royalty free. We acknowledge with thanks from those from whom we have got it. Let's go to the lecture proper. First, introduction. Multiple modalities in our day-to-day working has got electromagnetic waves like radio, TV, mobile phones, microwave and X-ray units. So they all contribute towards radiation, and to mind you, radiation is cumulative. So whichever source you get, it go on accumulating it and it shows its effect once it crosses its maximum, or there is maximum permissible dose. If it crosses it, then we start getting hazards or effects of radiation. Now, to understand usefulness and side effects of the electromagnetic waves, we have to understand wave spectrum, which makes a harmful wave, a potentially harmful wave and a extremely harmful wave. All that depends on the electromagnetic wave spectrum, and this will be seeing it in short in this lecture. Today's lecture is to understand the benefit effects. So unless you know all the effects, beneficial as well as harmful, we will not be able to pick only beneficial effects. So let's know both of them. So before that, we have to understand a electromagnetic radiation spectrum or the waveforms. This you are seeing here on the left hand side, there are extremely weak electromagnetic radiation waves like those which we use in transistors, radios. Then comes is the microwaves. Then comes are the electricity waves. Then comes the sunlight. Then comes the radiation effect. And at end of it, what you are getting is the gamma rays, which are extremely dangerous. So waves which are used in mobile, in radio, in TV, they are not harmful because they are not having much penetrative or biological effect because of their spectrum on the wavelength. Versus if we go towards the visible light, towards X-rays and gamma rays, their destruction or destructive power increases. Last on the spectrum are the cosmic rays, which are extremely hazardous. We have extensively covered these harmful effects of the radiation in some other lecture. In this, we are going to see only in gross what are the effects of radiation. So those who are interested should visit my website or refer to my YouTube channel. Now, what are X-rays as electromagnetic waves? They are second last designation of the electromagnetic spectrum, which are the X-ray spectrum. These rays have a very high energy frequency and much shorter wavelength. Now here one has to understand, as the frequency increases, the wavelength decreases. Shorter is the wavelength, increases the frequency, and that makes it a more destructive. Now X-rays are used in medical imaging, which produces shadows of the object on the X-ray films after X-ray waves are shot through a personal body. So from the tube, X-ray rays starts, they come to the human body, crosses it, and they reach the X-ray film, imaging plate or a DR system. Depending on the penetrating power, depending on the energy they have got, different gas scales are produced which are projected as a image. Now X-ray waves are also dangerous when the human body is subjected to too much of the exposure. Earlier days, when the radiation effects were not known, it was happening. But nowadays, we are very conscious about the health effect. We are very conscious about its measurement, and we are also aware its cumulative effect. Now, from X-ray onward, the electromagnetic spectrum, what we get are the extremely dangerous. They are gamma rays and the cosmic rays. Now, history of radiation hazard. In 1902, William Herbert Rollins gave warning about the dangerous effect of the X-rays, and he warned that it should be used in a very systematic, very methodical way, and there needs to be a measurement for it. So that was told by Mr. William in 1902. The best thing about the X-ray is not all the doses at all the level are harmful. So if you make a judicial choice of them, you can get a benefit of them without any harmful effects. Since these have cumulative effect, can be scheduled accordingly. Means if an individual going to face more radiation today, that will be spread out over its earlier life. So also his to some extent future life. That is a cumulative effect which gets sprayed on the lifespan. And there is also a maximum permissible dose, what is called MPD. MPD gives you a good warning how much is beneficial effect you are enjoying and what are going to be the side effects if you exceed it. Now, below the maximum permissible dose, X-rays are not harmful. So this is to be kept in mind, but not harmful to the individual, but they are harmful for a growing fetus. So the radiation dose, maximum permissible dose for a child, for a mother, for a healthy individual is different. So that is to be borne in mind. Not everybody, every dose is safe. Now let's know about the X-ray. What is the best thing about them? These are not harmful in a dose we are using, except for developing fetus, what we just now discussed. Since these have cumulative effect, can be scheduled accordingly, gets paid throughout life, and there is maximum permissible dose. This we are repeating because it is very important and should be kept in mind properly. Now let's go to the next. How to know whether any field has got radiation or not? So these are the symbol. These are the symbol of a radiation. Maybe you can say that cobalt unit may be there, radiotherapy unit may be there, or there may be some radioactive material. As far as diagnostic X-ray is concerned, you can see the X-ray tube sign and a caution warning. So these are the two. Warning for radiation, irrespective of the source, maybe from the cobalt, maybe from isotopes, or maybe from nuclear medicine. And the second is the radiation source where the X-ray tube is emitting X-rays. Is it that X-rays are the only radiation producing? The answer is no. We are living with a radiation that is called as cosmic radiation. You cannot avoid them. You go anywhere. It may differ, but it can never be zero. Now, look at the interesting part of it. In New Delhi, it is 700, Bangalore is 825, Bombay it is 424. Now, if you go to Kerala, which can be compared with Bombay, it is 4000. Now, different hypotheses are put forth from where this radiation comes. One thing is cosmic. Second is from the earth. If there is radioactive material in the soil, then it will give you a slightly background radiation. And second, the Kerala, maybe it is because of a narrow strip. The radiation gets trapped there. Now, we cannot see it, we cannot feel it, or we cannot smell it. That's why it is very important to know whether there is presence of radiation or not. One thing I told you is we should know the area. Second thing we told you is the symbolization, where the radioactive material is there, where the X-rays are going on. That is very important. Then we must rely on training and equipment to protect ourselves. There has to be a radiation safety programs. There has to be a device to measure how much radiation you received. Radiation is relatively simple to detect and simple to measure. We can keep on adding every time's exposure and make it a cumulative dose. It's very easy to keep record, and that is done in all the radiation units. Like chemical and biological hazards are there with the X-rays, and we must quickly assess them and take preventive action. Biological effects have been intensely studied for last 50 years, and we have come to conclusion that there is a certain limit of X-rays that is called maximum permissible dose, under which it is safe. Now, what are the dose limits? Here we can say whole body, everything except extremity is 30 MSV per year. It can be 20 MSV for averaging 5 years. For lens, it is 150. Skin is a bit resistant, so there is 500 MSV, and there is a maximum permissible dose for the extremities. This is tabulated. Now, these are the medical X-ray producing units. First, you can see is the fluoroscopy unit, cath lab. Second is C-arm. Then there is a OPG to the right, then there is a CT scan, then dental units, then there is a mammography unit, and these all are producing X-ray. Now, this is the radiation which we are facing even if we don't go to diagnostic unit. This comes from the nuclear medicine, X-rays, radiation, then nuclear power plants, food and drink. Food can get infected with the radiation, that is the radiating material. Then terrestrial radiations are those who are coming from the buildings. Buildings can also emit to some extent. They are not significant. They are very low. They do not travel much, so not much harmful, but still they are producing. Then radioactive waste are from nuclear plants. All these things contribute to the total radiation we are receiving. Now, how it can be tabulated is 82% of the radiation is from natural sources on which we have no control. So, but the max 82% is a significant radiation dose we receive is from the natural source. Then comes the medical source, 15%. Then come the other uses and the nuclear industry. Other uses like we have seen it earlier. It comes from the buildings also. It comes from the radioactive food also. It comes from the earth also, because earth contains radioactive material. So these all contribute to it. It should be borne in mind. Now with that, we are coming to this lecture ending. What are the sources of energy? From energy, radiation. From which sources we get radiation? Can we avoid them? Or which is the part of it which is comes in the avoidable list? So we can take care from that part. But other part, though it contributes significant, we have got no control over it, but it's a small dose. Don't get scared of it. It falls in less than maximum permissible dose, because X-ray has got both effects, biological effect as well as beneficial effect. Maximum permissible dose is a limit of it. So we operate within that range and make benefit of X-ray rather than its harmful effects. With that, we are coming to end of lecture. I thank you for giving me your valuable time. Do visit our website. Do visit our YouTube channel. There are a lot of lectures, lot of topics for lot of capacity covered. If you like it, give us a like. Thank you. Goodbye and take care.